Castlevania, a classic horror game that drove many gamers crazy. And it's no wonder, this game is hard. And maybe it's due to the pushback effect, the game's tough enemies, or the fact that the hero is sometimes unwieldy to control. The reasons could be many, but the point is that Castlevania is a milestone in gaming history. Few games have been as influential as Castlevania, and I couldn't help but smile as I installed Crypt Stalker, a game that borrows heavily from Castlevania. Just look at this, your main weapon is a whip, which can be upgraded, just like in Castlevania. You fight flying bats using the same movement pattern as in, well, Castlevania. If you take damage, you automatically jump backwards, just like in Castlevania. And when you eliminate a boss, an orb spawns, just like in Castlevania. I could go on forever. There are many similarities. But Crypt Stalker, despite its small size of 143 megabytes, is a game that offers something different. This is an extremely compact game, where each stage contains moments that contribute to a varied experience. But the design is classic. You have to get through a number of stages, where each stage ends with a boss. Of course, there is a timer, so you have to keep a certain pace. You can't slack off too much. And the stages are, as I said, very diversely designed. Basically, it's a two-dimensional platform game where you often need to time your jumps while avoiding damage. The enemies are sometimes in tricky places, and if you make the wrong decision, you risk dying. Here you have to activate the arrows on the platforms while avoiding death spikes. Here you are underwater, and if you run out of oxygen, you die. On this stage, you have to avoid the lava coming from below. In other words, the developers have squeezed a lot of gameplay mechanics into a relatively short game. And I think it's quite fun actually. It's unpredictable, you never know what to expect. There are also bosses in the game. They're quite easy to kill and shouldn't really pose any major threat. I managed to one-shot most of them. However, all bosses are unique and have their own characteristics, so you never know what you're up against. The enemies are a bit of a disappointment though. There are only a few different ones, but are used throughout the game, albeit in different colors. Here I would have liked a greater variety. You want to know what's cool about this game? There is a Game Boy version of this game in the game. If you made it through the main game and want to try something different, then this could be a great option. The layout is basically the same. You use your whip and gun and jump your way through a number of levels. You can also try out some of the game's challenges. We're talking about time trials, clearing stages without taking damage, and getting to the final destination without using weapons. Pretty fun actually. It feels like someone actually wanted to do something proper with this game. I mean, it's not a big game, and it's not going to revolutionize the gaming world in any way, but considering you get the main game, a Game Boy variant, a boss rush, and other challenges, you get a lot of game for your money. And the price is set at $7, which I think feels reasonable. But this is obviously not a perfect platform game. Your character is generally easy to control, it is responsive. The problem is that you cannot change the control scheme. You jump with the B button and use weapons with the A button. Something I think feels completely backwards, and I would have preferred the opposite. It took a while to get used to. Having said that, if you enjoy platform games in the same spirit as Castlevania, why not try this game? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up. Have a nice day. See ya!